Hey everyone, it's me here again, and this time I'm making a video because I was requested by a user who calls himself MrUhhduhh, whose name is Brian in real life. He basically sent me a message asking me to address his situation as a topic for my video, so I am going to do that, and I am really glad that he asked me to do this, so thank you. Anyway, he asked me to address this topic of his situation and give my insight on it. So first I will read the letter, and after that I will start talking about giving my own personal insight on this, and hopefully, Brian, you will like this. Well, here we go. Since I was a kid, I was raised to believe that fags, as my dad would put it, were freaks of nature and were choosing an evil and uncommon way to live life. I went to school for years putting up this front of a tough, cocky hetero when deep down I knew it was all an act. I just recently came out to my family a month ago, and to no surprise, some people had a major beef with that. My grandma was chewing me out that I'm going to lead a sinful life and to pray to be cured. He was raised Catholic, by the way. My dad tries to act the same with me, but I get the distinct feeling that he feels disgusted towards me. Some accept it, like my sister, although I kind of don't like it that she talks to me like we're girlfriends, because I'm not the femme type. I kind of numb myself to the whole thing, but I am glad I'm not living a lie and don't regret coming clean, even though it has somewhat tarnished some very cherished relationships. Being alienated by your own family is a hard blow to who I am, because now I don't have my support system anymore and have to look for it elsewhere. But it's hard finding people who I can trust, since most of my longtime friends were strictly heterosexual gay bashers. All I have to say to you, Brian, is that was a really brave thing for you to do, because coming out to a family takes a lot of courage, especially a family that's like yours, who basically doesn't seem to really like gays at all, calling them fags. My family is religious too, but they're not quite like that. They never use derogatory terms to derive homosexuals. In fact, the only thing I ever even hear them say about homosexuals is that they don't want them to get married. Other than that, they don't really say a whole lot about it. All that and other, that they think it's wrong, but they don't directly hate. When it comes to religious families, it is really hard to come out. No matter how religious your family is, moderately religious or extremely religious, it's always hard. You don't know how your family's going to react and what they're going to say. Like when I came out to my mom, I figured that she wouldn't disown me or anything or kick me out, but honestly I was always really nervous about it, like her reaction or what she would think of me right after that. So coming out is never an easy thing to do, and it takes a lot of courage to do it. And I say you have more courage than me, basically, because I still haven't come out to my two oldest sisters. I'm still afraid of what they may think of me and stuff, but after reading this letter, I think I should be a little less afraid, because I don't think they're going to react quite that way. But it comes to coming out to religious families, for the most part, all I can say is that you probably should bide your time as long as you can and decide when you're comfortable enough to tell them all this. Because honestly, even if they react badly to it, it's a really relieving feeling, because it's like it's really cliche, because everybody says this, but it's really true. It lifts a lot of weight off your shoulders, and you feel a bit more liberated, even if your family has a bad reaction, because you are no longer living a lie like you were. And that's kind of how I feel about it too. Like you said, because when you're living a lie, it's a lot harder to live. But it seems like stuff does get easier in time. And when it comes to friends, luckily in my case, I had a lot of friends who were okay with it. None of the friends I have told so far have had a problem with it. But that's not always the case, like especially if your close group knit friends are religious too. Sometimes they may not be as accepting of it either. But if that's not the case, I think they're not worth being friends with. Like if I tell somebody I'm gay and they aren't okay with it, I don't associate with them. It's a hard thing to do if you're really close to somebody, I could imagine. because I haven't had that experience. Not yet, should I say, because I'm pretty sure I might have that experience in the future myself. But there's always going to be somebody out there who will support you, like, no matter what, because if they care about you, they might be able to put their feelings aside and accept you for who you are. But as I was saying, there will always be somebody out there to support you, be supportive of you. And all I have to say is, like, if your friends are not really accepting of it, you should probably try to gain other friends elsewhere, whether it's through the internet or through some support groups or something, if you're really having a hard time and don't have any people to talk to. Basically, his story shows that it is really hard to come out, but but in the end, after all these struggles and conflicts, it is worth it. Anyway, I'd like to thank you, Brian, for sending me this letter and asking me to make this video. I was really honored to do so, and hopefully I addressed this enough for you, because this is kind of hard for me to do, because I have a hard time basically talking about my own personal life, but even harder to talk about other people's personal life in public like this. So basically, hopefully all my viewers, you like this video, and comment and like if you like, and subscribe if you like my videos too. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. Well, anyway, another thing that I found a little easier when I was doing my coming out process was checking out other videos on YouTube, and the main channels, I have to say, were the most helpful towards me and my insight was Fox, aka Gay Family Values, which is a couple named Brian and Jay who have 2 adopted children. They basically show that a gay family is basically the same as any other family. And I have to say that's really nice, because it gives hope to people like me that you can have that kind of life someday if you choose so. To have a family, get married, all that stuff that we all would really hope for in the future. So I say check them out. And another channel I'd say to check out is Exploration B. Like, those videos are really good. He basically just shows his daily life or just talks about any topic, and sometimes his videos are just straight up entertainment and funny, and I really enjoy watching them. Well, anyway, Exploration B is another good channel too, so check him out as well.